Hello everyone, and welcome back to Octopath Traveler. We've reached a new town last episode, and in this town we can see if there's anything we want to buy. I don't think I've got that much cash though, but... Technically the oak staff would be an improvement for Ophelia. Don't really care about the defense as much. So I think for the moment I'm gonna not do any of that. Anyway, we're about to meet our next party member, so... So this is a little less anime than the Ophelia thing. Still some, but not nearly as bad. Yeah, it seems they can't resist that kind of really bad writing, but as I said, it's less obnoxious than in the previous story. So we're going to take Cyrus along. And I'm still going to go through the beginning of the tale. It's not very interesting, but we'll go through it anyway. So you get the full experience.
And so it was that Atlasdam was founded some 2 centuries ago. Indeed, our fair city-state is among the longest standing on the continent of Austera. But there was another city-state with a history as long and proud as our own that came to a tragic ruin only 8 short years ago. Now, who can tell me its name? How about you, Cyrus?
I think it was...
Now. No need to get all flustered. There's no shame in not knowing an answer, so long as you have a desire to learn. The answer is in your textbook. Go on now, look it up.
Yes, Professor. Let's see. I believe it was Hornburg?
That is correct. Hornburg was ruled over by a royal family, said to be descended from priests of an ancient and long-forgotten religion. On the other hand, our fair Atlasdam was founded by one of the original clans that inhabited the Flatlands. Who can tell me how many clans lived in the Flatlands at the time? Your Highness?
The histories have it that 8 clans did live in the Flatlands in those days.
Correct you are! It was a time of great strife here in the Flatlands as the 8 clans waged a long and bitter war. Change would come when the armies of Grandport invaded these lands some 2 centuries ago. At the time, the rulers of Grandport sought to exert their influence over territories inland. Ironically, this compelled the warring tribes to put aside their differences and unite against their common foe. Oh, but look at the time. We'll pick up where we left off next time. Don't forget to read chapters 3 and 4 before our next lecture. And be prepared to answer questions on any of the material within.
Yes, Professor.
Thank you for another most stimulating lecture, Professor Albright.
Hello? Splendid!
Oh. Um.
Professor Albright.
Your Highness.
The truth of the matter is,
But of course. Mm-hmm.
indeed.
Very astute.
Huh?
The truth is.
Oh.
With pleasure.
I thank you.
Indeed. Ah. Good day.
Farewell.
Ah, Cyrus. Yes? Do you have a question for me?
No.
Hmm?
Yeah, the cutscenes really drag on in this game, and barely any of that just mattered. All that matters is that the princess and the other lady both want to bone him. He doesn't realize because he's an anime character, and obviously the princess is more forward than the other lady, who apparently is feeling rejected. You can see where this is going already. I'm sure I'm not spoiling anything there. I don't know why these people are so allergic to writing complex characters, but there you have it. I'll overwrite this one, just for fun. And yeah, right now we want to make for the library. Because we got permission to read something, I guess.
It's me, Cyrus.
Yeah, the the annoying thing about the cutscenes really is that there is a feature to skip them, but it doesn't skip the entire cutscene. It only skips, I guess, in sort of internally the next section. And then maybe if there's a little bit of movement or a change of scene, that doesn't get skipped. So you need to skip cutscene 5 times in a row to actually skip the entire 5-minute cutscene sometimes. It's... As I said, the general gameplay is really good. I like the combat system, and the enemy design is cool, the game looks really nice, but the storytelling method is atrociously bad. I mean, I've seen bad. Like, Final Fantasy X is pretty bad, because the cutscenes are mostly really cringy, and you can't skip most of them, and it's just, what were they thinking? Putting in, like, 10-minute unskippable cutscenes of really badly written dialogue. But yeah, I think this, just the combination of having to mash through the dialogue and not skipping cutscenes properly, but still pretending like you can skip them, but you need to skip 10 times to actually be through it. It's just... It seems to be designed to grate me. Anyway. Very rare book he finally gets to read.
See.
With pleasure.
Actually...
I see.
Many thanks. What have we here? An interesting dilemma.
Professor Albright!
The truth is...
I see.
Many thanks. Cyrus Albright, by your request, sir.
Do enter. My apologies for summoning you on such short notice.
How might I be of assistance, Headmaster?
That treatise on arcane studies you published. What in the gods' names were you thinking?
Sir? I do believe I made my hypothesis perfectly clear.
I'm not talking about your hypothesis. You went out of your way to cite one of the texts in our special archives. The knowledge housed in those tomes is the Royal Academy's greatest treasure. It is not to be divulged to the public at your whim. Laying it bare in one of your silly papers is out of the question.
I am fully aware of the value of those tomes, Headmaster. It is for that very reason I would share the knowledge with my peers.
You are to share nothing! That wisdom is for the Academy and the Academy alone.
But that goes against everything...
Enough, Cyrus!
Even my best argument is sure to fall on deaf ears.
And this is what I mean about bad writing. So neither of these are characters, they're just archetypes. They don't have a personality as much as a sort of paradigm. So this could literally be any scholar we're supposed to like, and the headmaster could be any scholar we're supposed to dislike. It's just an archetype. And now they've made it clear through the dialogue, not the best dialogue, but it was okay, that the headmaster thinks knowledge is supposed to be a privilege that they need to protect, and the other guy thinks that knowledge is something that should be shared to help everyone. And they are very extreme in those positions, right? There's no middle ground, which is in usually everything. Truth is in the middle ground, not in this sort of writing. Headmaster wrong, Cyrus correct. And just in case he didn't get that, he's now going to formulate that thought again.
The headmaster sees knowledge as a metal or precious stone, something to be appreciated by its rightful owner alone.
Just in case you were stupid and didn't get it from the dialogue. I guess they want to make it sure, again, that you get it. You know, leaving no brain-damaged person behind. But this is what I mean about bad writing. You know, in good writing, you have a character who has a certain opinion, and then he expresses that opinion, and then you get it. But the way he acts or talks makes clear what he thinks. In bad writing, you just say, you know, X didn't like the person standing next to him. In good writing, you make it clear through his actions, right? You know, he recoiled from the person standing next to him, or the person tried to talk to him and he doesn't want to respond, tries to get out of the conversation quickly. Right? That's good. You realize he doesn't like the person without it just saying he didn't like the person. And this is just someone spelling out their character.
Knowledge is power, and power is to be hoarded. An unfortunate attitude, indeed. My sincere apologies, Headmaster. It won't happen again. Is there anything else you need of me?
That is all. You may go. Wait, there was one last thing.
Sir?
I heard the Special Archives will be closing early today. If you have research to do there, I would do so quickly.
Good gods. It's as if he enjoys watching me suffer. Thank you for your concern, Headmaster. In that case, I'll be on my way.
Enter.
Excuse me.
What's the matter?
Uh,
Alright, now, I'm going to continue playing, of course, but I want you to turn on your heads right now and think, what was the lady with the white hair, Teresa, saying to the headmaster? Make an educated guess.
Can I help you?
A moment of your time.
My apologies.
Say it is not so.
Actually,
Aho! Indeed!
I see.
Leave it to me.
Take care.
Time to do some research.
All right. So again, we have our path action. Just like Harnit could challenge people with her beasts, and Ophelia can escort people, he can interrogate or investigate. Scrutinize, it's called. And about 19 minutes into this video, we finally get some actual gameplay, where we get to click different buttons and our actions have different consequences. Genuine gameplay, not just walking from cutscene to cutscene. Yeah, you can read this. All you get out of this is basically that the guard was apparently sleepy, but he has a key to the archives. Then we have the lady.
Right.
We can scrutinize her. She says only the headmaster and the guard have a key. Which does sort of make sense. And here we have a fellow scholar. Called Russell. Says he doesn't have the key, but he is aware that the tome is valuable and he has gambling debts. So, again, not exactly complicated to figure out what's happening, but you know, this is almost gameplay. Now we need to talk to the last person, which is the headmaster. This is almost like a proper investigation. So headmaster says, yes, I have a key. But he made sure that no one else got it, and yeah. We even get a nice text at the top of the screen saying that this is definitely the truth.
Splendid.
Okay, so we've been straight up told who possesses the keys. We need to actually answer here. I don't know what happens if we press the wrong thing, but obviously it's the headmaster and the guard. We know this because we've talked to everyone. So this is the correct option. We know Russell and the librarian both don't have that key. Doesn't really make sense the librarian wouldn't have one, but fair enough.
But of course.
And after you've just gone through the dialogues explaining what's going on, and correctly picked from a menu who has the keys, they are now going to state it a third time. Now, of course, we were literally told that the headmaster's key is full of dust, so it's not been touched. Sorry about that. So we know it was the guard's key. And again, repeating what has already been firmly stated, in case you, I guess, forgot in the last 20 seconds. I don't know. I will keep playing this simply because I enjoy the gameplay, but boy oh boy is it badly written. I guess this is why when someone says this is such a great RPG with a cool story, while wearing an anime t-shirt, you take it with a grain of salt. So yeah, guard's been sleeping. Obviously, someone stole the guard's key because it's easy to get to, whereas the key that the headmaster is guarding, who is very protective of knowledge and therefore also obviously of the archives, that would be much more difficult. But yeah, obviously the guard also isn't the one who actually stole it,
No.
because he's too stupid to know that it's valuable, I guess. I mean, the guard is hired to guard the archives. He knows he has the key to it. But apparently he doesn't know he's guarding something valuable. Again, anime writing. Which, I'm not saying all enemies are badly written, just there's a certain kind of bad writing that is very common in anime. So yeah, he has a gambling debt, and he
Which
knows that
means
the tome is valuable. Obviously, it was him. Which makes this... I don't have any options here, but I have to click that Russell is the culprit, which we already knew. And we're very, very much being handheld through that epiphany. But look at this. This is a menu where I have to confirm a choice. But I don't actually have a choice. There's only one thing I can confirm. Just... How can you put so much effort into trying to make a balanced and nice combat system and varied characters with varied skills and, giving them all a role and a purpose and such? And then when it comes to the writing, which for an RPG is an important factor, second most important after the combat and gameplay, you just end up with this. It baffles me sometimes. So yeah, as everyone with a brain figured out 20 minutes ago, Russell's the coward.
Shall we begin? Now then.
Okay, and now Cyrus has joined the party and we can continue on. I promise I won't complain as much about the writing as we go on, because there will actually be sections where it's just gameplay. And again, some of the dialogue is fine and some of the story is fine, but some of it just really baffles me how deliberately badly made it is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode anyway. It was basically a 25-minute cutscene, but there you have it. And yeah, next time we'll actually get some proper gameplay in. Bye bye!